Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for clicking. It means a lot that you guys keep clicking. If you guys keep clicking, I'll keep making. And we're going to do a big episode. Obviously, trying to put the horrendous episode that we just came off of behind us and looked to the season to at least end on at least a whimpering note. Because right now, it's obviously going to plummet in the ratings. And I'm sure there's going to be more woke stuff. But hopefully it can end on an okay note. And with that, I think this episode is a big decider. This vote, which is the final 8 vote, and also the final 6 vote. To me, these are very, very important because these are like the big blind sides that we still have time for. And so to me, these 2 votes have to be big blind sides. And the final 7 boot has to be someone who we really don't care about, like a Lindsay, for an example. Since I think they're probably going to try and bring back that stupid do or die twist, which is basically like bringing a whole game show, door 1, door 2, or door 3. It's like not even Survivor. So I think someone who we don't care about has to go out in that spot, or else we're going to be pissed about it. And I think that's why Lindsay may go out in that spot. But hey, just hot take. And so as the game is now kind of narrowing down and starting to go towards the end game, I want to touch on 4 people who I think can win the game right now. Okay, so Omar's the first one. Now, I've said in the past few weeks that I'm not very confident in Omar as a winner pick because his edit is perfect. He's the golden boy. I mean, how do you edit it that obviously? But then again, you have a recent winner like Tommy who got the perfect edit and it was so obvious, and then it just happened. He won the game. So maybe to combat last season where they gave the winner absolutely 0 edit and made it not obvious at all, this season they went back, re-edited, and tried to figure out a way to do it differently where the winner is super obvious and is painted in a very strategically advanced light, instead of Erica where she was portrayed as a dummy. I mean, she got saved like 4 times in a row. To me, maybe they were trying to do the exact opposite that they did last season with the winner's edit. And if that's the case, Omar is a really good pick for the winner. I also think on top of that, Omar's in complete control of the game right now. He's in a better spot than the other power players because really like the power 3 in the game right now are Omar, Hai, and Drea, and they're all from each tribe. And I think we see Drea go before Omar, and I think we also probably see Hai go before Omar. But I would, especially Drea, probably goes before Omar, if not in this next episode, by final 6 and by finale night. And I think Omar could get to finale night. It's very likely. Omar's biggest struggle is going to be if he gets put in fire. It doesn't really seem like he's the most outdoorsy person, and so I don't think he's going to be the best at fire. I don't think he's the type of guy to practice before going out. So definitely a scary thought, but we'll see. Again, his edit is a little bit too perfect, but that's okay. The next person I have is Marianne, which if you asked me like maybe 4 weeks ago, if Marianne was a viable winner pick, I would laugh at you. Even after the first merge episode, I would probably still laugh at you. But at this point, Marianne is getting a fantastic edit. She's now reigning in the edit over Jonathan, the person who had so far been getting like the best edit for his character. I mean, Marianne's been playing a terrible game. She's been getting targeted almost every round after the merge. She wasted her idol on whatever the hell that last tribal was by trying to be performative or whatever. She left her entire tribe idolless now, and yet she's being portrayed amazingly in the edit, which makes me think that the editors are trying to suffice for her eventually winning, which is very scary. If Marianne won, that would suck. But I think we may be building up to it, and the editors may be trying to brace us for that. Because Marianne is playing terrible, and yet they're portraying her in a way that is just not that. They're not showing her to be playing in a terrible way, which is interesting because it's very easy in this spot to just give Marianne like your classic like fan favorite, but she's not a good player edit where you make her likable, but you also show and point out that she's not playing a good game right now, and she's getting targeted, and she's bugging people, and she's bugging Jonathan, which they did a little bit, but they don't really seem to be trying to do and harp on, which is an interesting thing because that really screams to me that either they're really trying to preserve her for like a fan favorite. Like she goes out around 6, and she's just a big fan favorite, and we don't want to give her a negative edit, or she's like our winner or like runner up, and we don't want to tarnish like her edit and make her look like an idiot if she gets votes at Final Tribal, especially if she gets enough to win the game. So I think I do definitely need to include Marianne here, even though it feels weird and she's playing a terrible game right now. Oh, and I forgot to mention that she's also the perfect demographic for the modern jury format, because these modern juries want to vote for women primarily, and then also on top of that would prefer to vote mostly for POCs. So she's the perfect demographic, and she really fits like that underdog lamb to lion thing that Erica was trying to sell last season. I guess I ended up working for her, and so she's very similar to Erica in this spot, where she should have gone home a bunch of times, including in the pre-merge, and she's getting a positive edit through all of it, except at least last season they were honest and gave Erica like a negative edit when she did screw up. I think Marianne's screwed up more times though, and they've given her more positive edit, which is very interesting. And I actually lied, guys. I only have 3, and my third is Mike. Mike's making great relationships with everyone in the game right now. He's playing probably the best social game, although him about to lose High as an ally isn't the best. If he loses High as an ally, he needs to take High out immediately, because if High flips on him, High has the strategical force to possibly get him out. But I think that's what Mike is going to do, is flip on High and then vote him out, hopefully next time on this next episode. He's made great alliances with Jonathan, which I think can help him now that he's not with High anymore. He can flip over to that little Taku group with like Omar and Lindsay and Jonathan and him, and then they like can pull in Romeo. And so even if Marianne flops over with Drea after their race moment, and then they like pull in maybe like a High or something, you still have a 5 majority, or at the very least a 4, if Mike flips over with Jonathan, like his main alliance that he's kind of had under the rug so far. On top of that, Mike has been involved in like almost all of the alliances. He was involved in that like short-lived male alliance. He was involved in that short-lived majority alliance of 8 at the start of the merge. He was also involved in the 2 majorities in his pre-merge tribe. He's definitely socially connected there. My biggest issue with being confident in him winning is his demographic. He's a white dude. Juries hate white dudes in this new era of Survivor, so it's tough. But what do you think? Who's going to win the game? Who is your winner pick? Who's not going to win the game? Tell me down in the comments. None of this happens without you guys. Without you guys, I'm just a weird guy spinning a weird microphone. So as always, thank you. And if that's it, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.